Share the story of how you met each other and what drew you to one another and eventually led to your relationship.
How we met. It's not that we go to the pub and, we like each other. We follow the Asian tradition, especially the Korean tradition, that we are matched by parents. So it's not just blindly our parents do, mutual work, we work together, we have a communication. And how we met each other through connection. And also we write a profile of us. From basic questions, we show who we are. We try to show who we are. So reading the profile, knowing the family, knowing the parents, we try to connect together. So I received practically the profile from this girl from Hong Kong that I didn't even know where Hong Kong was. I just knew that was Bruce Lee country, but I don't know if it was in China, in Japan. I didn't have an idea. I'm sorry. And it's a funny story. So in their bucket list, there was this weird statement that she, in one of her dreams, is swimming with whales. And my mother got amazed about this. This girl is so cute. She wants to swim with the whale because for us Westerners, this is like a dreaming, like riding a giraffe. It's the same. But actually, later she explained, when you do scuba diving, this is actually, you can do it. You can swim.
Yes.
So anyway.
I scuba dive, so this is not like ridiculous to us.
But for my mom, was like, oh, so cute, she's so crazy. For me, I read the profile, it was amazing. The only thing I didn't like was the whale. I said, what the heck is this girl? Because I felt like, oh my God, another one of these dreamers, I want a rainbow, I want to ride in unicorns, and because this was crazy. But after that, I say, okay, let's see first. Don't judge just by this sentence. And we start communicating. And we can say that she's the beginning, the communication flow. So why I choose her? Because what I was looking for, I was looking for someone who has faith. When you have faith, you automatically have a public mind. This is what I mean for faith. Because if you believe that there is a God, this means that your attitude is completely changed. Even the Pope said to you atheist, even if you don't believe in God, you should live as God exists. Because this follow responsibility. So this is one of the stuff. And one of the stuff, I want to be elastic. Not elastic physically, flexible. Like water, adaptable. And she's like that. And, and I really love her. She's adaptable. She moved many times. She has, what moving is? You take home stuff, you change room, you change home, you change environment, you change friends, you have to reset again. She did this how many times? 4? 3?
Countries?
Yeah, generally, how much time you move?
Okay, like the amount of time I moved houses was probably, I don't know if I reached 20 times of moving. But then countries would be like America to China. China, like I went from between 2 cities, and then Korea, and then Hong Kong. So I would say.
And this is, say, oh, nice, she traveled. No, this is not nice. It's challenging. And she adaptable. The environment is important. So it's the perfect balance that, for me, say, I don't need anyone else, I need just Anabel.
Yes. So I just want to clarify like a small point where when he said like we're usually matched or introduced by parents, because I think some people, when they watch like Bollywood Indian movies, it's just like, your parents force you to be with a man that you don't love, That's not the case for us. We're given a lot of freedom to decide on our own, but our parents are mostly standing in a position to give advice. Also to kind of screen out, you have a lot of fishes in the pool, but, of course they try to find, this person might be more suitable for my child. Then, they pick the ones that they think is good or have potential, and then they show us the profile. And then we ourselves, we can say yes or no to the profile. And even after we hug, we have a period to decide like, okay, is this a person that I would like to continue to communicate with? Or sometimes after we talk for like 2 or 3 times, we're like, okay, no, like this is not the right person for me. So we're given a lot of freedom, ideally.
Yeah.
Yes. How did I decide on him? Actually, it took me much longer to decide. I think many of the ladies, we understand, it takes a while for us to get comfortable and also to really decide on how we feel about this person. During this process of us communicating, I really prayed a lot because I have to be true to myself. I cannot lie. And for a long time, even though I know he's an excellent person, he's a person with good faith. Also, he has a public mindset, but at the same time, he's very practical in some ways, but somehow for the longest time, I couldn't say yes. And I didn't understand why. I had a period of time where I really devoted myself in prayer to see, okay, like, why can't I say yes to this guy? He's a wonderful man, I think I wanted to tell a little story of how I made this decision together with God. I remember when he first came to Hong Kong to visit me. That was the first time we met. We just got to know each other to see how is it like, how our family's like. And when I sent him off, when he went back to Italy, I was really praying to God, like, oh, maybe I should just go with this guy. I probably won't find a guy like him anymore. So I should just settle with this one, maybe. And then I kind of hear God saying to me, like, no, that's the wrong attitude. And in the beginning, I think it was just like, oh, I'm not taking God's son seriously. That's why he's scolding me. But no, actually, God said to me, you should never underestimate my love for you. You are my daughter and you deserve the best that I give to you. So you don't need to settle for anyone, but you have to understand, I'm your parent and I want you to be happy. That's when I really felt so touched by the heart of God as a parent to see like, wow, like as a parent, he really wants us to be happy. And so that's when I took this relationship even more serious. And what really made me say yes to him was that actually we decided to I went to Korea to spend 40 days there for kind of like a spiritual training. And that was the time we decided, okay, within this 40 days, we're going to decide if we're going to commit to each other. If not, we'll just let each other go and we wouldn't waste each other's time. At the time, we were going through a lot of emotional roller coaster. He was in Italy. I was in Korea. I was going through a lot. He was also going through a lot with his study, with his, friends, and many things were going on.
Not about each other, huh? Life.
About life. We were fine with each other. We kept communicating. We had a good relationship, but we were facing our own a lot of our own problems and obstacles. And at the time, I remember I was chatting with him and then he was saying like I'm going through such a difficult time, but then I cannot stay like this all the time. Because even if we commit to each other, I don't want to always be the patient and you be my doctor and will fix all of my problems, I want to be a person who can be there for you, can be there for the family. And that really touched my heart because I feel like, oh wow, this is a man who is able to not just take responsibility for himself, but then he's willing to take responsibility for us as a couple, for us as a family. That's when I heard my heart saying to me, like, I'm ready to commit to this person. That's how I decided this is the one,
What does receiving the blessing mean to you, both personally and as a couple?
I remember I had this conversation with Eric really, like the first time we met, he asked me, what does it mean to make a commitment towards your partner? I answered, when we decide to be with a person, it's not about I'm committing my life to him, but then it's both of us, trying to commit to a mission or a vision or an ideal to God. Like we come together in front of God and we promise to God, we're going to live according to your will. And no matter what happens, we're going to work together as a team to fulfill that responsibility to make that dream come true. So to me, it's not just about, oh, I'm just going to stay with this person for the rest of my life, but then it's a promise we made together as a couple to God. Yeah. So that's how I see the blessing, the lifetime commitment for eternity.
I mean, it's a ceremony for us, represent our marriage, somehow our union. So the vow goes something like, do you promise to create a family where there is peace and create a couple which his goal, the goal of the couple, which his aim is the peace. This is amazing because this is not just, the basic marriage, what is you do the party, you stay together, you are the center of the, everybody's watching you, you take picture, everybody all cute. Then one sing a song, I sing a song for her, I love you, then she sing for me. And we go honeymoon, we want to be happy. There is also this, not as much as, but there is a commitment that as a couple, our goal is to create peace in this world. This world is obvious that there is no peace. And is a peace first in the family, so in the marriage bond. And then there is also peace outside. To create our aim is the peace. And when you do this, you promise this. It's very big. Sometimes you don't accomplish, sometimes you forget it. But this is the blessing vows goes like this, that you promise to create peace within each other and create peace outside. So, when I heard this, for me, it was not really accepting. This is exactly what I'm looking for, not just myself, we are an environment. If we live just by ourselves, this is the world that we are living and is collapsing. We have to change the mindset that we are public persons. We don't have to be politicians to be public. We have to be person that have a public mindset. That together we try to be happy and we try to improve this world. It was a natural consequence to accept the blessing.